All right, guys, we're back with another video. Today, we're going to talk numbers. So when we're loading shotgun shells, we know exactly how many primers we're putting in. We know exactly how many wads we're putting in. But I have never really stopped to do the math and see what I am supposed to get by the numbers. So today I was actually curious, and so I looked up how many grains is in a pound, and turns out there's 7,000 grains in 1 pound. So if you take 7,000 and divide it by 18.1, it was 384 and change. So this 1 pound of powder should load 384 shells, give or take. Now, for the numbers on the shot, a lot easier because we know that there's 16 ounces in a pound, and then we have 25 pounds, so we have 400 1 ounce loads there. So the powder is 384 and the lead is 400 on the nose. So we're going to run this exact menu, the Winchester AA holes, Remington 209P primer, the titegroup powder at 18.1 grains, and a 1 ounce shot with the TGT 12 wad. And we're going to continue to make this until we get, I guess, 400 or close to that. And we'll report back at the end of this what we actually got. And we'll include how those loads performed on the pattern board down there. It's been a while since we've done a pattern board video, and I believe it's really imperative to get all of the loads we make on a pattern board, but it's just hard to find time in the day sometimes. But they've been effective at the clay range, and I have not been disappointed with anything we've loaded so far. There is a specific brand of primers that I'm staying away from for right now, but that could have been the powder primer combo. I'm not blaming it solely on that, and that's why I'm not naming it. But these Remington primers have went off every time I've pulled the trigger, and without fail. So I can speak to their quality, I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm going to continue to load them, and hopefully they stay on sale long enough that I can buy another 1,000 of them. But we'll catch you when this is all wrapped up, and we'll see you then. And just like that, we've loaded 384 shells with 1 pound of powder. We would have got to our 400 mark with that shot had we had more powder. So there's our numbers we're going to stick to. You know, when you go to the store to buy that titegroup powder, if you're going to try to get 1,255 FPS with 18.1 grains, you're going to get 384 shells. And the powder, you can figure 100. So there's the analytics behind that. We're going to take these down to the pattern board, though, and test them out with some different chokes. I believe we're going to take a Beretta A300 down there and try it with an improved cylinder, modified, and full. We'll see what those three pattern like, and we're going to compare that against some 1 1/8 ounce loads that were made with that same menu. The bushing changed to an 18.5, so instead of a 19, it's a 20. And the wads went from a TGT 12 to a Remington figure 8. If you look at their construction, though, they're pretty similar. So I think it'll be a good comparison, and I think we're going to see if it's even worth it to continue to load 1 1/8 holes. If we can do it more economically with a 1 ounce hole and get the same results, I think we do that all day. So this will be an interesting test to see what we get. But before we get to that, I would like to talk about our shooting this weekend. We went to Pine Ridge, and we shot their main event this weekend, shot a 91. We shot a 47 on the Super Sporting. We got beat on the main event by 3 clays. Congratulations to the person that won. Our Super Sporting score held, so we were able to get 1 punch out of that event. I will now be shooting in B class. Look forward to that new competition. See what we can do in the 2026 season. See if we can get some more punches and continue climbing up the ranks. We ended Friday over at Cross Creek Clays to shoot glow clays. We had a great time there. Had a good group of people out there shooting I was able to join in with. And, man, it always hits different. When the targets change out there, you go expecting to shoot a 25, and it humbles you. So we'll be back next weekend to see if we can break a 25. I'm still striving for that. We're able to shoot Membership Appreciation Day at Cross Creeks today. Man, what a wonderful event. Look forward to it every year. The staff over there is so gracious. They go out of their way to, make sure everybody's got everything they need, make sure they have the best experience possible there. Can't say enough about those folks and their generosity. The clay shooting community needs more places like that and more people like that. So, y'all stay tuned and we'll catch y'all down at the pattern board. Hey guys, we've made it down here to the pattern board. It's pretty cold outside today, so we're going to try and make this pretty quick. We're going to start out with the 1 ounce loads, our newest ones that we made, 1255 FPS. We have an improved cylinder in this Beretta A300. We're going to fire a shot, count how many BBs hit our target circle. We'll repeat that with the 1 ounce load, do a comparison, then change to modified, and then change to full. We're going to kind of try to speed through it and make it quick because we're running out of daylight. And if it looks like I'm not wearing ear protection, always safety first. All right, guys, we counted it up, and somehow we ended on a perfect even number of 200. So inside of our circle there, we had 200 pellets, and that's with an improved cylinder. If you see our shots kind of all over the place, I mean, I would assume that's pretty good pattern, but we had a lot coming up here high, so I guess maybe we shot a little high on that, or that gun's just patterning high, that load's patterning high, but 200 shots with an improved cylinder. Moving on. All right, guys, the only thing we've switched is to our 1 1/8 load. Still that same configuration, just an 1/8 ounce hotter with an improved cylinder. Let's fire this at the pattern board and go count them. All right, guys, we still see a lot high here, but we got 77 more pellets with an 1 1/8 load. So not looking too good for the 1 ounce loads, but we're going to slap another paper up here and we're going to go back to a modified choke and see what that does. All right, guys, we've changed back to 1 ounce load and we've swapped our choke down to a modified. So we're going to try the modified, see what that pattern's like. Modified 1 ounce, 229. So we're still not seeing as many pellets as the 1 ounce load, even though we went to a 1 ounce or we went to a modified choke. So let's go throw an 1 1/8 load at this and see what it does with the modified chokes and see if we could top 277. All right, guys, we've got our 1 ounce loads out. We've got our 1 1/8 loads in hand. Modified choke. Let's throw it at the pattern board, see what we get. Well, that one did some damage. All right, now we got this thing picked back up. We got them counted. We had 345 pellets with the modified choke, 1 1/8 load. So it's pretty tough to beat, but we're going to throw a 1 ounce load at it and see what happens. Sorry, my people out there on the main road are crazy sometimes. What can I say? You can see we're running out of daylight hours fast, so I'm just skipping straight to the 1 1/8 load for the full choke demonstration. We want to show you guys what that full choke will do. We've seen that it's consistently outperformed the 1 ounce load, so we're just going to throw the 1 1/8 in there and let it rip and go count the pellets and then try to get this video out for you guys. Woo, hopefully you've seen that fireball come out the side of that A300, but that's exactly why we wear eye protection. As you can see, we did a lot of damage inside that circle. There was 514 pellets in there. My brain's tired of counting, and now I gotta go edit videos. All right, guys, we just wanted to end this video with a quick synopsis of what we figured out. So we're not seeing as dense of a shot pattern with 1 ounce loads as we are with 1 1/8. So my takeaway from that is I'm going to shoot 1 ounce loads when I go to practice, and when I go to compete, I'm going to shoot 1 1/8 loads. I'm going to keep it simple that way. I know what I need to load now. I load a majority of 1 ounce loads because I practice more than I compete. And then we'll put that 1 1/8 charge bar in there when we go to competition. Get some fired up. I'm liking this menu. I'm liking how they're performing. We shot well with them this week, so I think we're going to continue down this tight group road and see what we can do. But be not dismayed. We've got some long shot powder over there for some 20 gauge loads. We still haven't cranked out that Lee loader yet, but it's coming. We've got some perfect pattern powder over there that we can get back out and mess with different primers and see what we can do with that. But more's on the horizon, but y'all stay tuned, and thank you for watching.